Hello, I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flame Body. I am a Blu-ray Twin Flame and I'm located in Chicago, Illinois. How are you today? I hope you are doing well. There is a lot going on, and as I said to some people, actually even before the start of the year, they were asking me, what is 2020 going to be like? And I said directly, it is a transitional year. This is a year of transition out of old patterns, old ways, lots of things, almost too many to enumerate because it's going to go in cycles. It has to. Otherwise, things would be falling apart even more so than they already are. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about being in the shadow energy of picking up some of your stuff from one of the retrogrades and entering into another one of the retrogrades. With eclipse energy in there, with lunar energy, and a solstice, which is meant to flip the switch. And if you don't know what I mean, what I'm going to tell you is this. You have to begin elevating many parts of your life because it's going to be it's going to just show up in the next few months if you're not. And you're going to see this split out there with people even more so than what you're already seeing. So if you don't want to be touched by some of the low vibe stuff, then get yourself high vibe. And I teach you how to. So what is this energy all about? Well, it's very much a pulling energy, but only you can decide if you're being pulled backwards, if you're being pulled down. And I will start off by saying out of gas. Are you running out of gas? Do you feel like you're running out of gas? It has a lot to do with heart energy, your cosmic heart. And it can include your physical heart. It can include your physical body, and it will. If you're not paying attention to body stuff, pay attention because those are essential parts of you. If you don't have a proper respiratory system, it shows up. If you don't have a proper digestive system, it shows up. If you have issues with any of your other systems, it's going to show up. Why? Because the priority number one this year is all about the body and health. It's not going to be about chasing someone into the shadows until they finally decide to ghost you, and then you have to learn all about narcissism. While it is important to do a little teeny bit of research, your body, the body itself, these subtle bodies in the brand new template that you have that is accessible now, which was not accessible 2 years ago. That's important. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Some videos might sugarcoat things. They might have fancy schmancy editing and stuff like that. I haven't had time to learn any of that. What I'm doing is learning about the body, teaching about the body, and getting people to the level that they need to be in. That's what I do. That is my forte. Sure, I'd love to be a bit more slick. And what else goes with this? Well, it means that you can experience low energy, drops in energy. I teach you how to get out of it. And some people don't like that. They like to have a nice free video to tell them, just do this and wave a magic wand over it and, it'll be fine. I have 400 free videos that have been telling people all along what to do, starting with the number one video, which was that you have an etheric body in your body. That's your deep connection. So if you're wondering what a twin flame is, that's what it is. It is the subtle body connection, which is an exact duplicate. And I've also written that in my books. So I don't want this to sound like, you don't have some resources. You do, and you're here for a reason. You are here for a reason. So even if you're running out of gas, this is happening on purpose as we come into this energy that we're already in here. It is to make you stop the self-sabotage. Get rid of your tribal and ancestral stuff, cellular memories. Some of it needs to go. It doesn't matter what timeline you'd like to stay attached to. If you're not moving your favorite stuff forward because you don't know you have to, I'm here to tell you that, yeah, getting your favorites lined up, that's on you. That's not going to be on your guides. That's on you. On top of that, you have to let your other half know vibrationally through the heart, through heart communication, not telepathy, not what you're thinking and worrying about. You cast off your worries in an entirely different way than you ever have. This has a lot to do with so many other parts of you, your emotions. Some of the emotions you can experience are feeling weak. You can feel like you don't care, even though there's a part of you that knows you do care. You can feel wiped out. You can feel apathetic but caring. You can have no motivation. If you're working outside, you may feel like you just want to come home and flop and just call it a day and not do another thing and just, phone yourself in dead. Have any of you ever wanted to do that? Just call in dead to work because it's just all too much. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people. We're going to be very aware of this sequence of things that need to happen for the body. I have it all down to what you might call a science, with kindness and love and a way to do things properly. What about stress? Stress on the masculine. Please don't think that all of this fighting and dissension and disharmony is going unnoticed by your body. The most important thing about the body is to be able to make more love and exude love. If you're getting caught up in too many outside things, if you're getting caught up in distractions, if you're worried and have the weight of the world on you, if it's laying on you here, you're going to feel it. If you're sucking it all in, taking it all in, you're going to feel it, and so will your true other half. What else is happening? You need to take time and allow parts of the process. So finding a level of acceptance may not be easy for some people because a lot of people will say, is this what I signed on for? I mean, I really don't know. I feel like I've already been doing the work for several years. I'm going to tell you something that someone once said to me about a year ago when they started my work, my modality, my twin flame body work that I offer and that I teach and that I have several modules for. You know what they said? They said to me, I thought I was doing the work until I tried yours, and then I really understood that doing the work means doing the body work. So yes, it means clearing your body, it means clearing emotional connections, and weeping it all out is only 1% of how that happens. The other parts mean full integration. The other parts mean getting it up and running. The other parts mean plugging into what you do want. The other parts mean then maintaining that. The other parts mean getting together with the higher part of your twin in a completely different way than having you in 2 dimensions. Being multidimensional doesn't just mean that one of you is in a physical plane and the other one's flitting around up in 5D, because usually that's not 5D, that is the astral plane. That is the astral plane. And many readers pick up on the astral plane, but they haven't made their own connections to 5D. They just haven't. It really has not been accessible to everyone. But this levels the playing field so that the things that you're able to do actually dial up your own guidance, your own psychic ability, and your high-level experiences that you really want to have that let you know what this love is about. Some people think that this love is all about just a flash of energy and then someone has to run away from you and then you have to go get, all your tools And you have to then, learn this and learn that until it starts feeling like, wow, wow, wow. How is that even helping? Because it's not fixing the base thing. Just calling someone a name or labeling it or, somehow saying, well, that's what it is. Okay. What is that really fixing? It's not fixing a damn thing. But here's the good news. You have an entire new template. You have a template of relationship that helps you relate to things here from a 5D level. That's for lovers. So even though other people are aware of the shift and some of the other things, everyone will go through this at some point. I've gone through it. You're going to go through it. Not as a trial by fire, but because it does something significant for you. And it enables another part of you to come into play to assist you. What if you have no motivation? Well, I'm going to ask you, do you feel wiped out? Do you feel completely out of gas? Do you feel out of breath? Do you feel like laying down? Do you feel like there's no point in doing the dishes? Do you sometimes feel like there's no point in any of this, but it's very different? You sort of feel like flat. You've done flatlined. You have gone and flatlined now. Part of the reason is that none of us can continue with the intense fighting or tension that exists. Twin flame people cannot hold tension around their hearts. So if you have someone that somehow you think or you know or you believe that they're your person, but they've hurt you, what does that do to your heart? It causes havoc inside you. It causes yet another round of patterns of old relationships. And I'm here to say, break the mold. Break it off, crack it off, snap it off, get it moving, get it removed and gone, and get the real you up and running. I'm going to say, I will be saying things that sometimes I don't know that other people are really saying them. Do you have irrational fears? Because along with this out of gas energy, it can be irrational fears like, I'm in trouble. And it can be very vague, like where you could go, it's a feeling. I feel like I'm in trouble. Do you know how much that happens to the masculine? A lot. They're in trouble. They're a bad boy. Something happened. They did something. Yeah. It waves through the collective because there's a collective psyche with many tribal angelic groups that came here that we call soul groups. This is a part of it. You got to ditch your part in that and detach. What about this? I'm never going to make it. I'm not good enough. No matter what I do, I'm not good enough. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Nobody wants what I have. BS. Because that's a feeling, but it's a feeling that may not be true because it's waving from a place that is long ago and far away. Your body doesn't want to hold it. And yet there are ways to get it gone that I know how to do because I am a Blu-ray who has completed my cycle. I've completely completed the cycle. I know it. I know what these things are. And yeah, it's real. You can't just say, oh, I imagine that. I must be imagining that because it feels pretty real because it really happened somewhere in time and space. What about this feeling? Irrational fears. Oh, they're not going to like me. Nobody likes me. I don't even know why I should be here. I should just kill myself. I should just kill myself. Nobody would really miss me either. I'm incompetent. I don't even know what, again, a feeling. And these are deep things. Now, on the one hand, it's good when people start to notice this. But on the other hand, how do you do something about it? Some people turn to medicine. I am not a person to discourage people from taking medicine, but you will even want to wean off the medicine because your brand new body is not designed to hold anything for long except love. Love is the only thing you're designed to hold, vibe, exude, and gather in more of. Don't believe me? Wouldn't you like to live a life that you feel like is at an entirely new level? I started talking about this a couple of years ago. The new level. I told people what it's like. What is it like? It's a level where you don't really get dragged down easily into low vibe stuff, where you basically skim over a lot of stuff, where EMFs and being an empath doesn't have the same impact on you anymore. Where having high and lovely situations and experiences and further activations happens much more frequently. Wouldn't you like to clear out some of your tribal and ancestral stuff that has hindered you? Maybe it's hindered all of the females in your culture. Maybe it has somehow hindered all of the males in your culture. Have you been part of an oppressed people? Have you been part of a people that has been massacred? Yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. And so what we are seeing now, even though it's on a large scale, is the microcosm of the macrocosm of how many times this has happened. The buck stops here. It stops. It's time to stop it. And I'm in full agreement with it because it is time. This message came in the mail. I love the messages. It is time to pursue what matters. Pursue what matters the most. And so you've run out of gas. I'm here to help you get refilled without anyone depleting each other, where you fill up from above you, not from down there, not from the place you don't want to go back down to. Is your twin flame trying to drag you down into some lower echelon again, that you're just saying, I don't want to meet you down there. Why can't you meet me up here? Why can't you drop the rock, drop the heavy stuff, drop the addictions? If you're in a relationship with someone who has an addiction, they're having a relationship with that thing, not with you. You're going to wind up being a caretaker, a babysitter, and if your soul has sequestered you from them, good riddance. You don't need it, and you don't need their crap, and you don't need to delve down there. What if someone is very accustomed to being a player? They're a player. Maybe you didn't know it. But they have every intention of playing you. Okay? That's exhausting. All of that running and chasing. No wonder you're out of gas. You're not here to be played for the umpteenth time. You're not here to tangle up your reproductive organs with that person again. Hell no. Because you're not crazy. So what is this Mercury retrograde and solstice bringing? It's bringing in attention to the things that truly matter. You, your body, your health, your love. And from that, your life. So a lot of people say, well, this is happening in my life, but does it have to do with my twin flame? Every single thing that happens to you is personal. This isn't The Godfather where it's like, it's business, it's not personal. Every piece of crap that you ever had to eat was personal. And your body doesn't want any more. So, and this applies to karmics, this applies to people around you, but doesn't mean you need to get angry. It means you need to embody the goddess or God whom you truly are from 5D, right? Because who were some of those ascended beings? Who are some of the ascended masters that people sometimes are guided by? 5D beings. You're from there, okay? But you're down here, and sometimes you need the guidance. Sometimes you need to get up here so that you can see the perspective and you can say, now I see which moves to make. Just like if you were watching a football game. And when you're in the stands, you can see there's the openings and such. If you're down on the field, if you're on that dirty playing field, sometimes you can't see it the same way. I help you get up there where you can change your perspective and really get this stuff moving. A lot of people wonder what the men are doing. The men are tired. Be kind to them, okay? All of us have some man we care about, whether it's our dad or our brother or a friend or the gay guy we know, or it's going to be, someone else or someone they've dated, or even your twin flame, okay? You use that when everyone else wants to get on the men like it's a man problem. This is a worldwide problem we've got going on here. Don't buy into the conspiracy theories because they're BS intended to put you in fear mode. Focus on your own health. Because I will say this. I personally have known of people who, yes, have died from the virus. They were elderly and they were already impaired with probably 70 years of smoking. That impairs you. Don't smoke. People who've gotten it and come through with flying colors because, it made them sick, but it did not put them at death's door. So let's be sensible about this. Let's use who you are, okay? Because being who you came here to be means integrating your brand new twin flame body that holds you in a state of love so that you can vibe it, and it's easy. Easier than you might think it is. It's new. It's not going to be ancient history. You're getting rid of the ancient history. You are getting rid of your tribes, your ancestors, and whatever plagued them, whatever made them sick, whatever they were affected by, volcanoes and earthquakes and cataclysms and floods and famines. It all has mattered because it's not going to be repeated for you. So thanks so much for listening. Look for the links below. Watch for my upcoming classes because I'm going to have some very important upcoming classes on the angelic heritage that you have and the color rays and how to do this stuff because it's time and you'll be glad you did. I want to help you get up. Don't hit the wall, get up and over. I want to help you get up there for what you're really, truly here for. Thank you. And get my book, Twin Flame Ascension and Breath, which will explain more things to you. Thanks. Bye.